Hi guys, welcome to your library at home. It's me, Elda. I have a really fun project for you and it's actually 7 o'clock, so we're gonna get started right away. Tonight we're going to be making alcohol ink tile coasters. I'm not sure if you guys have seen these before, but let me show you. Here's one sample. I made a set of these really cute tile coasters, made some flowers. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. So what you're gonna need are some ceramic tiles. And hi Natalie, you're gonna wanna use the tiles that are glossy. Don't get anything that's, some of them are bumpy. Go ahead and do one that's smooth. You need tiles, very inexpensive at the hardware store. These were literally 16 cents. I got two different sizes. I got 4x4s and I got the 6x6s. Hi Sharon, thanks for joining. We're making alcohol ink coasters tonight. So I was saying you need to get yourself some smooth ceramic tiles. And you are going to need some good old-fashioned rubbing alcohol. And then the inks are literally these little, hi Denise. We're gonna use alcohol inks. There's a couple different brands. You just have to make sure that they are the alcohol inks. I got 3 bottles for about $12 and then coupons. So not a very expensive investment. So you need your inks, your tiles, you're gonna need your alcohol. You are going to need, okay, we are experimenting with, hi Janet, thanks for watching. We're gonna experiment with this keyboard duster. I'll show you the ones that I've been working on and how those work. You're going to want, hi Melissa, you're gonna wanna get some of these little felt pads, dollar store. You're gonna put these on the bottom so your coasters don't scratch your table. And I don't know if you guys can see my hands, they're like covered in ink. One of my favorite projects too. I'll tell you a story about these alcohol ink tiles. So I made these several years ago when I was teaching art. For Mother's Day, we made these tiles for Mother's Day projects. I would show you the examples that I have, but I actually have them on my, hi Danny. I have my coaster, actually, my kids took theirs, even though they gave them to me, but they're in their rooms. And then I have mine at my office at work, so I can't show you that. Okay, back to gloves. Wear gloves, because your hands will get dirty. I'm not gonna put mine on because I actually got my hands all filled with alcohol ink. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn down the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And sorry if this is a little rocky. I didn't actually test this out exactly to see if I can get all the way down. Okay, I'm gonna move my camera back a little. All right, so what we have here is, this one I'm not quite finished with, but what I really wanted to show you is this is the one that I'm working on. These are gonna be, so I made a set of 4. Can you guys see those? There we go. A set of 4. And I am going to, they're a little sticky, but Natalie, this is a fun project. Hi Lynn. Okay, these are a little wet. I'm going to just dry them off a little bit with the heat gun. So I don't know if you guys were ever into stamping and have one of these heat embossing tools. I'm just gonna use this real quick to dry off my tiles. And then I just wanna show you, we're gonna work a little backwards here. A little sticky. Okay. Because I won't be able to do this with the ones that we finish. So these are literally the little felt pads. So you're gonna wanna put these on the bottom in all 4 corners. Ooh, my hands have a little bit of alcohol ink on them so that they're a little sticky. All right, so you guys will get, ooh, this one's not coming out very easy. Okay, there we go. So you're gonna go ahead and put them on all 4 corners. I'm trying to think, there's probably enough in here. There's actually, I got these at the dollar store. They're actually ones that are squares that I was thinking would be better to cut apart. But you're gonna wanna go ahead and just put your felt pads on them. I know, like I said, I'm working backwards here, guys, sorry. But I wanna show you how pretty these look when they are all packaged and ready to give away. I think these are make really great hostess gifts. So, not that you guys sure could figure this out, but I think that this looks really pretty. Stack them all up. Tie a quick bow, and then we'll get to the alcohol ink part. But I wanted to get these off my table. And there you have it. So like I said, these coasters were 16 cents a piece, so that's a really nice little gift. So here's one if you want to give it away. So these are the ones that I was working on earlier. I'm going to show you how we make these. We're going to start with just the basic ones. Like I said, I did this a couple years ago in school with my kids, my students, about 180 of them, and I did not get tired of watching this process. It is so cool. I'll move those aside. We'll start with our blank ones. We'll do two littles and a big while you're watching. All right, you guys see those? All right, so the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is dry these off with just rub them down with a little bit of just regular old, regular plain old alcohol. So rub them down. And I think we'll do a flower on the big one. So I went ahead, pick your colors carefully. They come in sets of 3s. And I noticed that my colors kind of started all blending together to turn into sort of a brown color. So when you're picking your colors, make sure you pick, I didn't get a real nice turquoise, which I was kind of sad about. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put a couple drops right on there. And you really have to be patient with this. The other thing I didn't tell you you're gonna need is just a little eyedropper. If you don't have a little eyedropper, you probably could use a Q-tip. And I'm just gonna literally put one drop on there. And you guys will see in a second what starts to happen to these. I don't know if you can see this one right here. Hold it up. If I hold it up, the alcohol is gonna drip, but I want you to see how it's just all kind of blending. So once we go ahead and put a second color on there, and I am going to use, this one was purple, let's see. This one is amethyst, of course, but this one is flamingo. So when I add that next to it, can you guys see what's happening to that? How they're kind of blending into each other? Hopefully you can see that from the computer or the phone. There we go. Now I got a big puddle of purple in here, so if you feel like you have too much, you can just go ahead and dab it off with a wet paper towel. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more alcohol. Get those blending a little better. So I'm gonna show you what happens when we put the canned air on. You have to really experiment with this, but it will start to spread all that. I don't know if you can. So now this is like a nice marbleized. And if you go too much, oh, that actually looks like a butterfly wing. If you go too much with your canned air, then it just kind of blends all together. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try the color that I thought was turquoise. Add that one on there. I'm gonna fill in these little corners. Drop one right in the center. Let's see, can you guys see what's happening to that one? So it's just kind of making like a bullseye. That's pretty cool. I really wish I had a super bright yellow. I'm gonna put a little yellow on here, but you guys can see what happens. It kind of turns it a little bit brown, so I was not really happy with my yellow choice, but let's see if I can get it to work. See when it blends in right there. Looks pretty neat there. Try a little there. All right, I'll try a little red in the spots, and then you just keep experimenting with these. A little bit more alcohol right there, and then those will all blend together. The alcohol does cause it to spread. You see what's happening? I can't really pick it up and show you guys because it will run off, but all right, these will not be perfect because that, although if you do want to force run them together, that kind of makes a fun little effect on there too. Can you guys see that all kind of blending. So that one turned out pretty neat. I'm gonna do a little yellow right there. If you guys don't have, and you wanna experiment with this, you actually can use Sharpies. And you can color with the Sharpies. I brought down a bag of Sharpies, and I'm sorry guys, don't know where I put it. But if you wanted to experiment with Sharpies and then drop the alcohol on there, it kind of works the same way. I wanna show you guys, this is what I have been trying to work on. And we are going to make a flower. I'm gonna try to make a poppy. So I'm gonna put a drop of yellow. Hi Maureen, thanks for watching. It's kind of funny you guys because my alcohol is now yellow. All right, so this is gonna be the center. I'm just gonna spread it. All right, so it's spread that way, so now my flower is gonna go up that way. And I am going to go and use my poppy field, and I'm just gonna put lines like that. Now I've already got alcohol a lot in my center, so I'm not gonna add any more alcohol right now, and I'm just going to spread that. So I start making what looks like petals. And if you don't have canned air and you wanna try this, you can go ahead and use a straw and just blow right on there. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. And you just want to keep layering them so they look like petals of a flower. This would make a nice trivet. And you just keep going. All right, I'm going to try to center this one a little bit. All right, now, so you see they're not spreading as much because this side doesn't have alcohol. So we'll go ahead and add a little alcohol to it. And then this is really gonna spread wide now. There we go. All right, very uncentered flower, guys, but flowers are not perfect, right? This is a lot of alcohol, so this one's really gonna spread. We'll fix the center though. Through right there, fill that in, fill that one in. I think it's starting to look like a flower. I don't know if it looks like a flower to you guys yet, but now we're gonna go ahead and work on our center a little bit more. And you can see it's really spreading, so there's still a lot of alcohol, so I'm just gonna go ahead and... All right, so we got the center looking pretty good. Now I just need to fix my... Oops, that was yellow. Don't do what I just did. So if you do put something somewhere that you don't want, you can just dab it off and fix it. So we'll go ahead and put some more petals going this way. And it's really spreading, so there's still a lot of alcohol ink on there, or alcohol, I mean. There we go. Just got it fixed right here, and I think we're good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put one more yellow. With a tiny drop, a super tiny drop of alcohol, and I'm going to try to, there we go. All right, so it's going to run if I hold it up, but I want to show you guys. So that is like one giant flower. So that would be a pretty neat trivet. So I'm going to go back to this one, because this stuff is still pretty wet. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add some more alcohol to this, and you guys are gonna see how it just spreads out. So there's, I mean, the possibilities are really endless with this. All right, my alcohol, you guys, is now pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop some on there, and it's just gonna, I don't know if you guys can see that, let's see. Trying to get it to blend into each other. So So this is where if you wanted to, now you can really just kind of, oh, we need alcohol right here. Kind of blend them together. So it's not going at all right there because there is, we're gonna go ahead and put another drop of the ink in there. And you guys can see, oh, I'm trying to hold this up to you, but it's actually, I really want you to see the effect because it's really neat. All right, we're gonna spray this because it's not behaving. All right, there we go. So I just kind of sprayed it and all the colors are going together on this one. So I'm gonna try to do one more for you guys. Let's see, let's pick a different color. I am going to use, we'll use green. I'm just gonna put a big green and a big, let's see if how these green and turquoise will look together. It might be kind of weird, but let's try it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just put the alcohol right on there. And I'm just gonna move it around so they blend together. This actually, let's put a little pink on there because that's kind of cool. Like I said, this is super messy, so make sure you wear your gloves. But now I'm just blending it, and if you got too much, let it drip off. Where there is none, I'll put some in there. A little bit of alcohol. And can you guys see how that's marbleizing in there? All right, now I'm gonna pull some of it back so it has some room to move around. I don't know if you guys can see how that's blending in together nicely there. Now, if this was some really neat, oh, I wish you guys can see this. It's spreading really good. If I lift it up like right there, it's all marbleizing into each other. So just experiment with them. Like I said, if you feel like you have too much on there, you can pick it up. You can move it around if you want to try to paint with it. So we could take our other one now. I've got a lot of color in here and I can dab on here. This is really fun, you guys. There's a lot you can do to just experiment with it. All right, so now that I took a lot of that excess color off, these colors are still blending into each other. So that one turned out pretty neat. I'm gonna turn you guys back up. So this is alcohol ink tiles. Like I said, you can package them up. Hi, Lydia. Give them away as hostess gifts. Oh, I don't know, maybe you can give them to your sisters for Christmas. But you can do things like I said, the flower. Here's one I did earlier where I just let all the colors blend together. There's another one. And then this one I didn't quite finish, but I like the whites on that one. So if you were to make, like I said, 16 cents a coaster, about $12 for 3 bottles of inks, pretty inexpensive project. So I hope you guys try it. If you do, so I said they'd be great sisters gifts, wouldn't they? I am going to experiment some more with the flowers because I actually think the flowers are the most fun. If you guys want to try this, like I said, get Sharpies. You could even take the little inside of the Sharpie out and soak it in alcohol. And then you have alcohol ink. So there you have it. Let me know if you guys try this. Please, if you do my projects, send me in pictures because I love to see them. And if you guys have any ideas for future projects, please feel free, share. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye.